Yeah, somebody was just interloping the other day and they had to get affected upon. And it was actually integrated, like socially, the entire network. But everybody had to affect upon them because of a certain protocol that we have to enact now. I don't know if you went to the meeting last week, but there were people who were brought in from the division that's actually responsible for the policies that get integrated into the protocol. And we found that extensions could be repaired, but we had to shelve it off to the next week. And once we got the actual leaders, like the leaders of the department in the room, like they had to enact so many policies that now we're having a meeting just for the new policies and the new subdivisions thereof, because now we have to all get micromanaged because there's three specific people in the design department who are making certain things happen because it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, so that's why I get so frustrated when I hear people talking about, like, oh, I heard through the grapevine, as if fruits are even relevant information, because I thought this was a business, not a fruit picking operation. So I just find all this incredibly gut wrenching, and it's making me vomit. And, it's actually an expulsion operation that makes that happen. So I did get in touch with the doctors who are in charge of output, and they advised me to set up another meeting with their supervisors. So here I am. I'm juggling three different meetings in the next hour alone. And it's like, what am I doing? And I'm going to have to multiplex it. Like, I'm going to have to do some simultaneous IO. I like to call it simul IO. And so that's going to be exhausting. That's going to take all of my energy out of my 5 o'clock and my 7 o'clock. And I don't know where my 8 o'clock's going to go, because by the time it's 9 o'clock, I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out. I'm not going to be able to be researched. I'm not going to be able to be investigated. The allegations are entirely baseless. So I don't know what the plan is. But, I've been keeping in touch with Edward, who has a link to Stephanie, and Stephanie's been saying that the leader is not happy. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do, because we haven't developed the protocol yet because of the meetings that we have to have, but the meetings are keeping me from actually developing the protocol. And so I feel like I'm just stuck in some sort of weird bureaucratic development hell. And I don't know what to do about that, but I have noticed that multiple people have been reaching out to me recently and saying, like, hey, I actually spoke to Stephanie as well, and she said that we're going to be branching off from those meetings, and something about like a redundancy integration operation that's going to make us reach the sensation. And like, once it gets to the top, you can only go down from there, which is something I've been trying to say. And I know that people aren't listening to me because of the fact that I spoke to Edward last week about what Stephanie was doing, and the branching patterns in the code are like a no-go, because we do have policies for that. Not only do we have policies, but these policies have been in effect for at least the past 3 quarters. So I don't understand why all of a sudden it's being made a big fuss about. Except I do understand, but you're not allowed to talk about that. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even talking right now. Like, this is just an operation. Like, for real. I don't know what they expect me to do with this, but I am going to use my seniority at the company, because I have been here for 3 weeks, and I have a lot of ideas that I think could be implemented based on that. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just get in touch with me when you figure out when those people are actually going to be integrated into the operation, and we're going to get them onboarded. We just have to figure out what the budget is for this quarter, because we don't have, at this point in time, we do not have the leverage necessary to enact a new department and populate it with users and populate it with staff and subordinates and stuff. Because if we don't have this operation ready by next Thursday, like, they are going to cut funding, and we are going to need to strategize. We're gonna have to synergize. We're gonna have to regroup and figure out the next place that we're gonna go. So, just keep in touch with me, and we're gonna figure something out together. Like, I have a weird energy with you, because I've noticed, like, I've been testing you. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have actually been testing you, and you have passed all of my tests, which says to me you must be very trustworthy. And like I said, I have seniority at this operation, and I love you, and I can't wait to work. Great. It's awesome. I love you. Mwah. Let's work together.